Next, I ask you to approve the appointment of Herb Dill as City Councilman for Ward 1. Again, Herb will be filling a vacancy created by the resignation of Bob Engelman. There's a little bio on Herb. The one thing that I look for in making an appointment is somebody who is qualified, who has experience, who doesn't have an agenda, who will do his very best, who is very community-minded, and I don't think we can find anybody, as I've told a few people in Ward 1, who is more community-minded than Herb. Going back, serving 18 years on the council, being on the Board of Public Works for 10 years, he actually got term limited. I had to remove him after 10 years. Herb is a charter member of the Washington Rotary, and as all of you know, the Rotary is probably one of our premier fraternal organizations in terms of supporting the community, and a member of the St. Francis Borgia Athletic Association, but Herb has also been very, very active in supporting the Washington High School Athletic Association too, and doing a lot of volunteer work, a lot of freebie work. So I don't think you're going to find anybody as qualified and as dedicated to serving this community as Herb. So I would appreciate you appointing him. You can see it in your way to do that.
Mr. Mayor, is it appropriate to have a discussion at this point, or do we just go straight to the vote?
Whatever it's your pleasure,
I'd like to speak for myself that this has been an extraordinarily difficult decision-making process for me, one that I have absolutely not taken lightly. I compare it to, and if you'll forgive me, an Egyptian mythology. And in Egyptian mythology, there was a process where government officials in the afterlife, and I'm not saying that Mr. Dill's headed to the afterlife anytime soon, but the heart was weighed on the scale of life against a feather. And he was escorted by an Anubis into that process. For me, it's been somewhat like this process of weighing the heart against a feather to determine his goodness, or if it's best for the city to have him put into this position. As I went through this process, I took several steps, and as always, I talked to a lot of people in my ward, in this case approximately 50 people. I kind of get an opinion from them of where it's going. I also interviewed Mr. Dill today in his office, and we spoke for approximately 35 minutes during that process. I expressed to him my concerns that he do the will of the people in his ward and no special interest if I do decide to vote for him. That he have no agendas, that he have no axes to grind, but that he just simply do what's best for the ward, and that's all we can ask. I know that there is a certain amount of controversy surrounding Mr. Dill, and quite frankly, there's a certain amount of controversy surrounding me. And what I had to do is just ultimately look at the end and make a determination. I looked at what he's done for this community. I looked at his involvement as a Rotarian, as a charter member, as some of the things that he's done, the pro bono work that he's done for the community, and some of the monetary efforts he's given back to the community. And I balanced that against some of the negative things that I heard. And based on that, that's how I'm going to vote tonight. I just wanted to get that out on the record. I would like to say two last things. If you live in my ward, as a matter of fact, even if you don't live in my ward, it's really important to my decision-making process that you contact me and let me know how you feel. My name is in the phone book, or you can actually Google me and find me on the internet. It's your pleasure. But I do solicit input from the people in the community. And however I vote tonight, it's not meant to be personal against anybody on the city council, on the mayor's staff. At the end of tonight, I hope we can continue to do the work of the city. That, to me, is what's most important, is doing what's best for the city. And I appreciate the time, Mr. Mayor.
Anybody else have a comment?
I would like to say that I go way back. I may not be a native, but from the day one that I moved to this town, Herb was there with an open heart because he's my first landlord. But I've known Herb a long time, and I too have heard pluses and minuses, but believe me, all of us have pluses and minuses. And I think the pluses, I too know the Anubis and the wet feather of truth and the whole bit, and I think his heart's pretty good. So if you need a motion to approve
We do.
it, I would like to make a motion that we approve the mayor's nomination.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Witt, seconded by Langendorf. For any other discussion? We need a roll call vote, Mark.
Yes,
Do you want to roll call?
Mark said we do. Yeah.
Okay. Langendorfer,
Yes.
Witt? Yes. Nitka,
Yes.
Mohesky,
Yes.
Overschmidt,
Aye.
By your vote, we have approved Mr. Dill. So, Mr. Dill, now you need to be sworn in. Want to give us a little speech first?
Thanks for your vote. I appreciate your confidence in me. I really love Washington, and I'm really going to work hard on the council. And I just think Washington's a great community, and we've had good leadership in the past, and I hope we still have good leadership in the future. Thank you very much.
Okay. Gonna swear him in, Brenda?
Yep.
And there will be 6.